In a move that has sent ripples through the international community, a significant and unexpected development has emerged. Russian President Vladimir Putin has extended an unexpected proposal to the United States, a gesture that has caught many by surprise. The proposal involves granting the United States access to rare earth minerals, a resource of immense strategic importance. This offer encompasses resources not only within Russia's borders but also within the territories of Ukraine currently under Russian military control, adding a layer of complexity to the situation. The proposal comes at a time when the United States is grappling with its own dependence on rare earth elements, which are crucial components in everything from smartphones to advanced weaponry, making the offer particularly tempting. Putin's overture, however, is fraught with complications, raising questions about the geopolitical calculus at play and the ethical implications of engaging in such a deal. The international community is left to ponder the potential consequences. The timing of Putin's proposal is particularly noteworthy, coinciding with ongoing negotiations between the United States and Ukraine, which are focused on strengthening their alliance. These talks center on providing Ukraine with military and economic aid as it valiantly defends itself against Russian aggression, making the proposal even more controversial. Putin's offer appears strategically timed to disrupt these negotiations and potentially drive a wedge between the two allies, a move that could have far-reaching implications. The proposal has ignited a firestorm of debate, with some arguing that accepting such an offer would be tantamount to legitimizing Russia's territorial claims in Ukraine. Others see it as a pragmatic move in a complex geopolitical landscape. News outlets around the world have been quick to cover the story, with experts weighing in on the potential ramifications. The international community watches closely as the situation unfolds. Historically, control over rare earth minerals has been a point of contention, often leading to geopolitical conflicts. This latest development is a reminder of the ongoing struggle for these valuable resources. As the world looks to the future, the importance of rare earth minerals in technological advancements cannot be overstated. The outcome of this proposal could shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. The international community's response to Putin's proposal will be crucial in determining the next steps. Global leaders are now faced with a complex decision that could redefine alliances and power dynamics. As the world watches, the unfolding drama of this rare earth overture continues to captivate and concern, leaving many to wonder what the future holds for international relations and resource control. Rare earth minerals, despite their name, are not particularly rare in the Earth's crust. However, they are typically found in low concentrations, making their extraction and processing both complex and costly. There are 17 rare earth elements in total, each possessing unique magnetic, luminescent, and electrochemical properties. These properties make them indispensable in a vast array of modern technologies. From the touchscreens of our smartphones to the powerful magnets in wind turbines and electric vehicles, rare earths are ubiquitous. Their importance to national security cannot be overstated. Rare earths are critical components in guided missiles, radar systems, and other advanced military equipment. This reliance on rare earths has made many countries, including the United States, vulnerable to supply chain disruptions. China currently dominates the global rare earth market, controlling the majority of both mining and processing capacity. This dominance has given China significant leverage in international trade and geopolitical maneuvering. Ukraine, often overlooked for its mineral wealth, possesses significant reserves of rare earth elements, particularly lithium. These reserves are concentrated in the eastern Donbas region, an area ravaged by conflict and currently under partial Russian control. The Donetsk region in particular holds vast deposits of lithium, a key component in batteries for electric vehicles and renewable energy storage. These deposits have attracted the attention of global mining companies eager to secure a stable supply of this increasingly valuable resource. The presence of these valuable minerals in the very heart of the conflict zone adds another layer of complexity to the situation. Experts warn that the exploitation of these resources could further fuel the conflict, with both sides vying for control of these lucrative assets. Moreover, there are concerns about the environmental impact of mining operations in a region already scarred by war. The potential for pollution and ecological damage is high, raising questions about the sustainability of such ventures. Section 4 U.S. Ukraine negotiations, a delicate balance. The United States finds itself in a delicate balancing act as it navigates the complex geopolitical landscape surrounding Ukraine. This situation is not just a matter of foreign policy, but a test of America's commitment to its allies and its principles. On the one hand, the U.S. is committed to supporting Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. This commitment is rooted in a long-standing policy to uphold international law and resist aggression. This commitment has been demonstrated through billions of dollars in military and humanitarian aid, which includes advanced weaponry, medical supplies, and essential goods to help the Ukrainian people withstand the ongoing conflict. Additionally, the U.S. has engaged in extensive diplomatic efforts to isolate Russia on the world stage. These efforts include rallying allies, passing resolutions in the United Nations, and participating in international coalitions aimed at pressuring Russia to change its course. The U.S. has imposed crippling sanctions on Russia, targeting its economy and key industries. These sanctions are designed to weaken Russia's financial stability and limit its ability to sustain its military operations. On the other hand, the U.S. is also acutely aware of its own reliance on rare earth minerals. These minerals are essential for a wide range of technologies, from smartphones to advanced military systems. The prospect of securing a stable supply of these critical resources from Russia, even if indirectly, presents a tempting proposition. This is especially true given the limited number of countries that can supply these minerals in the quantities needed. However, accepting Putin's offer would come at a steep political cost. It would undermine the U.S. moral authority and could be perceived as a sign of weakness or capitulation. It would be seen as a betrayal of Ukraine and a tacit endorsement of Russia's actions. Such a move could spark outrage both domestically and internationally, leading to protests and a loss of credibility. The U.S. is acutely aware of the optics of such a deal and the potential damage it could inflict on its international standing. Balancing these competing interests requires careful consideration and strategic foresight, as the stakes are incredibly high for both the U.S. and its allies. Section 5. Putin's counteroffer, cooperation, or coercion. Putin's proposal can be interpreted through multiple lenses. On one hand, it could be seen as a genuine attempt to mend the fractured relationship between Russia and the West. On the other hand, it might be a strategic move to gain leverage in international politics. On the surface, it appears to be an olive branch, a gesture of goodwill aimed at fostering cooperation between Russia and the United States. This could potentially open new avenues for dialogue and mutual understanding, which have been sorely lacking in recent years. Putin has repeatedly emphasized his desire to restore relations with the West, which have plummeted to their lowest point since the Cold War. He has spoken about the need for a new era of cooperation, one that could benefit not just Russia, but the entire global community. He has framed the rare earth offer as a win-win situation, benefiting both countries economically and potentially paving the way for a more constructive relationship. The economic benefits are clear: access to critical minerals that are essential for modern technology and industry. However, many observers view Putin's proposal with skepticism, seeing it as a calculated attempt to exploit the West's dependence on rare earths for his own geopolitical gain. They argue that this is not just about economics, but about power and influence on the global stage. By offering these resources, Putin aims to drive a wedge between the United States and its European allies, some of whom are heavily reliant on Russian energy exports. This could create divisions within the Western alliance, weakening their collective stance against Russia. The offer also serves as a reminder of Russia's ability to disrupt global supply chains for critical minerals. This is a powerful tool in international relations, one that can be used to exert pressure and achieve strategic objectives. The question remains, is this a genuine offer of cooperation or a veiled act of coercion? Section 6. The geopolitics of occupied resources, a moral minefield. The ethical implications of accepting resources from occupied territories are profound. Doing so would be seen as legitimizing Russia's annexation of Crimea and its support for separatists in eastern Ukraine. It would also set a dangerous precedent, potentially emboldening other countries to seize territory by force, knowing that they could leverage valuable resources as bargaining chips. The international community has condemned Russia's actions in Ukraine, and any move that could be interpreted as condoning those actions would be met with widespread condemnation. Moreover, there are concerns about the fate of the local population in these occupied territories. History is replete with examples of resource extraction in conflict zones leading to human rights abuses, displacement of communities, and environmental degradation. There is a real risk that the pursuit of rare earth minerals in eastern Ukraine could exacerbate the already dire humanitarian situation. Section 7. Mining amidst conflict. Economic and environmental peril. Mining operations in conflict zones are fraught with challenges. Security risks are paramount, with the constant threat of violence, sabotage, and kidnapping. Infrastructure is often damaged or destroyed, making it difficult to transport equipment and personnel. Political instability and corruption can also create significant obstacles, deterring investment and hindering operations. The environmental toll of mining can be severe, even in times of peace. Mining operations generate significant waste, pollute water sources, and disrupt ecosystems. In conflict zones, these risks are amplified. Environmental regulations are often lax or unenforced, and the capacity to respond to accidents or spills is limited. The long-term consequences of mining in these fragile environments could be devastating.